It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. It's September 20th, 2023. I got my guest co-host Kenlavinchi. That's how we say it. Kenlavinchi. I'm trying to say your Instagram name. My guest co-host, the first female guest co-host of the year, of the semester, of the season. Welcome to What's Hot. We have a jam-packed show for you. First of all, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I greatly appreciate you for coming on and being the guest co-host.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited. This is something new that I'm doing, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and we have a jam-packed show for you today. We got you covered with the hot spotlight and the hot headlines, the hot report, and we got a new segment called the Hot Mix of the Day, and that's by our NCCU's very own DJ Smoke. But first, we're going to start off the show with some positivity. It's called the Hot Spotlight. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It is what it is. We'll be right back right after this. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I got my guest co-host Kenlavinchi in the building. What's up, Ken?
What's up?
And it's time for a good segment that I created to start off this year. It's called Hot Spotlight. This is where I pick someone, or in my guest co-host pick someone in the community. It doesn't just have to be here at NCCU. It could be in the world. It could be your friend. It could be your mom. It doesn't matter. But today I'm going to give the hot spotlight to Miss Brielle McCadden. Miss McCadden, who is an alum of NCCU and former president of this network, NCCU AudioNet, is the assistant director of the Student Accessibility Services for Academic Support and Development of Students Accessibility Services here at NCCU. She is a South Jersey native and is a lover of all things writing and poetry, and she is a spoken word artist who has used her gift to inspire and uplift for years. After discovering her voice as a young teen, she learned that she could not only translate her feelings into poetry, but she could deliver the message with great passion and differences, all in which helped her publish her first 2014 debut poetry book, Pen Soul. Miss Brielle McCadden, you definitely deserve the hot spotlight today. You are a very great person in our NCCU community, and the hot spotlight goes to you for me today. Now let's go to Ken. What you got for your hot spotlight?
Good afternoon. Today for the hot spotlight, I just want to highlight Quincy McKnight. She's on the NCCU Champaign cheer team. She's a sophomore psychology major. She works really, really hard day and night trying to balance being in the honors program and also be a great cheerleader. So just want to highlight Quincy.
Yes, and she's one of the greatest cheerleaders we have today.
Sure.
So she's really good, and props to her. It's really hard being a student athlete and trying to balance your schedule. I know how that feels coming in from high school. Well, that was Hot Spotlight. If you have someone that you think should deserve a hot spotlight, contact me at Shimei Cook TV on Instagram. That's SHIMEI Cook TV. Coming up, we got you covered with those hot headlines. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I got my guest co-host Kenlavinchi in the building. Your mic wasn't on. It's got my guest co-host Kenlavinchi in the building. What's going on, Kendall? Oh, I'm sorry about that. All right, it's time for those hot headlines going on in our world. So going on, first of all, so recently a black high school student was suspended in Texas because of his dreadlocks.
Wow.
A teen in high school, a black teen in high school in Texas was put into in-school suspension for weeks because of school officials said that his dreadlocks were a violation of their dress code and grooming code. Daryl George, a junior at Barber Hill High School in Mount Bellevue, has been sitting in a small stool at school every day since August 31st. and he has received his schoolwork online and through classmates, according to his mother. I think we have audio. Do we have audio? Yes, we do. We have audio on his mom speaking to ABC News. Here's the audio.
A Texas school is once again in the spotlight for penalizing a student over his natural hair.
We're going to fight this fight.
Daryl George's mother says the 17-year-old has been punished for more than 2 weeks, held in school suspension because of his dreadlocks, which the school claims violates the dress code. The suspension was handed down just as the so-called Crown Act took effect in Texas. The law bans discrimination based on hair texture or hairstyles associated with race.
CROWN stands for Creating an Open and Respectful World for Natural Hair.
Barbers Hill Independent School District says its dress code is not in conflict with the Crown Act and that protective hairstyles are permitted but must comply with the dress and grooming code, which states male students' hair will not extend at any time below the eyebrows or below the earlobes.
Because of his hair, they said that when let down, his hair is below his eyebrows, which they never seen his hair let down because, as you can see from pictures, from all the pictures, his hair is always up. So they just basically picking with my child.
Yeah, they basically are. Kendall, what do you take on this situation? Now I'll go.
First, wow.
Yeah.
And also, Texas, I would say, is not the only state that this is happening in.
Yeah, that is true.
I know some schools in Maryland, actually, boys' schools, that used to have an issue with guys of color with long hair,
Wow.
locks, braids, and everything like that. So I feel like it's definitely an issue that needs to be dealt with in the school system and in the work field as well.
Yeah, and that's why certain states, I'm from Connecticut, they passed a bill called the Crown Act. So when you're in the workplace, that type of discrimination can be prevented for these type of issues. And this is not the only reason, like you said, this is not the only situation at that school either. Doing research, I did a deep dive. So it's really concerning. And to be honest, people have been saying then his mother should just take him out of school, which that's not easy to do for a child, though.
Exactly.
What if she can't afford that, or what if you don't know everybody's situation? So in the end, Texas should be those schools officials should be ashamed of themselves for putting that. He's only a junior, so when you're a junior, I think you're like 15. No, you're like 17, 16.
Yeah.
You're only putting a 17, 16-year-old through this, and just because of his hair and.
And also, if she takes him out of the school, what about all the other kids that may have to go through the same thing?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, it's really, really concerning, but we got to roll with the punches. Let's get into Clorox. Clorox says a cybersecurity attack is still causing production delays. The company warned that a cyber attack in August is still causing widespread production delays and hurting its bottom line. Caitlin, what does this mean for Clorox?
Clorox, like Clorox
the
wipes?
Yes, that it's a shortage. So they stop. So that means you're gonna have nasty floors. You're gonna have nasty desktops.
Not a COVID increase.
Not a COVID increase, exactly. So yeah, it's a cyber attack, but hopefully they said they should be running back their system in the next few weeks. So hopefully it doesn't be major. So everything will be dirty and COVID, and COVID's still going
Well,
around.
we got Lysol. So.
Yeah, we do have Lysol. That's true. You got Lysol too. All right, finally, a man allegedly shoots and kills his neighbor's son for trimming a tree over property line. A Florida man, Edward Dowinski, was arrested early Monday morning after allegedly shooting and killing his neighbor's 42-year-old son, who had been trimming tree limbs along his fence on Sunday evening. I think we have audio from CNN.
Hands on top of your head.
78-year-old Edward Druzilowski surrendered to deputies without issue shortly after he told dispatchers he shot his neighbor Brian Ford for trimming trees on his property.
And I was pointing a gun at him at the time to get him off my property.
Right.
And then he kept walking towards me really close, so I shot him.
Part of the 911 call also picked up a conversation with Druzilowski's wife.
Do you know where the gun is now? Is it near him? My husband has it in his hand. He went to fire. I think he meant to scare him, and he hit him.
Druzilowski told detectives he was afraid of Ford because he had spent time in jail before. But Sheriff Mike Chitwood says that doesn't excuse his actions.
You just can't walk around shooting people because they step foot on your property. That's why we have the police. You have to be reasonable in your approach.
The traumatic situation unfolded in front of Ford's 8-year-old son.
That he watched his father die in front of him and get shot.
All right, yeah. So, Caitlin, it's first of all, I said Ken. Kendall, listen, this is an issue in our society, and this guy in Charlemagne the God always says the craziest people come from the Bronx or all of Florida. You're that man that would say, get off my lawn for trimming a tree. It's not like he was bothering you. It's not like, I'm not trying to be funny. It's just like how serious it is. What's your take on that, Kendall?
I think it's truly crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, it's not funny. It's not a funny situation at all. But I feel like as a person, what makes you so heated to the point where you want to do something like that over a tree?
Yeah. Over a tree.
Like, why?
Yeah. So it's concerning, but that's how people are nowadays, and it's very concerning for our society. Yeah. But that was the hot report. Up next we got, that was the hot headlines. Up next we got the hot report. Caitlin, what do we have coming up in the hot report?
In the hot report, we have Tiana Taylor, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tyler Perry. Let's see what they got going on.
Yes, it's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I got Kenlavinchi in the building.
What's good?
And it's time for the hot report. Let's go.
Let's go.
I get paid to talk about you, not talk to you.
Fan me off, I'm hot, like stolen Chanel, lock me up in jail.
From pop culture to news at NCCU, this is the hot report.
If I want to talk about you, if I feel like you're not doing your job, I'm going to talk about it, whether you like it or not.
On What's Hot.
All right, Caitlin, what you got for us?
Hot report, let's get into it. Today, we have Tiana Taylor announcing separation with Iman Shumpert. Tiana says that they've been separated for a while now and makes it clear that infidelity is not the reason for their departure.
Yeah, they're one of the great black couples in black culture and hip hop and stuff. He used to play basketball. He used to play for the Cavaliers. Yeah, I think he played for the Knicks too for a moment. But no, they used to have a reality show that I really liked. It was on VH1.
Yeah.
But they got a beautiful family, and like she said, they're co-parenting. But it was reports that he was cheating, so that's probably why she made it that announcement and why they are separated. Allegedly,
I just love them as a couple, though, so it's so unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, some things just don't work out. All right, what else you got? I heard Megan Thee Stallion say something.
Up next, we have Megan Thee Stallion. She opens up about being in a new chapter in her life. She says that she plans on releasing more music, and she's falling in love with herself.
Oh, we got audio.
But what can we expect in this new era of music for you?
I feel like I'm in such a fresh space. Like everything about me is new. My attitude, my vibe. I feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life.
Well, what's inspiring that new chapter? What do you think?
I think I've just gone through so much, and I'm so at a point where I don't care about a lot of stuff. I'm just so comfortable with myself. I'm like, okay, at this point, girl, what's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah.
I'm into taking risk right now.
Yeah.
I don't have any apps on my phone. I don't have any social media on my phone.
What?
Yeah, so I have no idea what's happening half the time. Like the whole JT thing, I didn't even know that had happened.
Well, that's good because nothing did happen.
Nothing happened. So my homegirl called me. She's like, did you have a fight with Justin Timberlake? I said, what? But no, so I don't have any inspiration from anybody out right now. Like, I feel like as an artist, you see other artists doing things.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, I got to keep up. I have no clue what anybody's doing.
Yeah.
So the music that I've been making, it feels good to me.
That's good for Megan.
Yeah, I love that for her, actually.
Yeah, because she just went through that whole Tory Lanez situation and the whole lawsuit and, people coming for her neck and calling her a liar. I love a good comeback story. So good for Megan.
Definitely.
And she's dating that some soccer player allegedly. Yeah. Listen.
I loved her and
Yeah.
Party though. They
Yeah.
were so cute
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, they were, but some things have to come
She's
to an
in
end.
her selfish
Yeah.
girl era.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah, we love that for Megan. All right, you got something from Tyler Perry? I like this one.
Yes, lastly, we have Tyler Perry. I feel like this is gonna stir some stuff up in the pot. Tyler Perry thinks that successful black women should be open-minded about their partners and even splitting bills.
All right, we got audio.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens.
Tyler Perry got a good point. He got a good point. What you got? Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
Well, as a black woman who is striving for success, because I am a college student,
as we
I believe that there should be not an even split of bills, but I can pay the Wi-Fi. I can pay the Netflix.
Okay.
Like that stuff is
the
cool.
little bills.
Little bill, big bill, it's a bill.
Okay,
as long as it gets paid.
Bills.
But I'm not a gold digger for one. I'm not a gold digger. But I am also very independent.
Okay.
But I'm still a woman, so I do expect for the man that I'm with to do certain things that maybe, we have to have some type of balance, but I still want to be catered to as well, like how a woman should. So
absolutely, you should absolutely. I think I kind of agree with Tyler, but at the same time, I was raised that the man should be the provider at all times. So if I was to be in a relationship or be married, I would not have my wife.
Marriage is definitely different.
Marriage is definitely
sure.
different. Yeah, when it comes to that's a business agreement.
Yeah,
marriage is a business agreement. But when it comes to like when we were dating or when we're messing around, I think there's levels. I don't think Tyler elaborated on that, but there's levels of
for sure.
On what the expectations are on a relationship. So. Yeah, I like that conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, it's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. Coming up at the top of the hour, we got the hot mix from the one and only DJ Smoke. But up next is my interview with Mr. Jalen Spooner, the African American Male Initiative Director here at NCCU. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook, and we have a special guest in the building, the legendary Mr. Jalen Spooner, the director of the African American Male Initiative. Welcome to What's Up, Mr. Spooner.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, so first of all, I gave you the hot spotlight last week or a few shows ago, and I gave you the credit that you deserve for doing stuff a lot for our young men here on campus at NCCU. But first of all, let the people know, even though I said to your resume, basically, let the people know who you are.
Sure. So, like Mr. Cook said, my name is Jalen Spooner, director of our African American Male Initiative Program, originally from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I'm a double eagle, received my bachelor's and master's degree from this illustrious university. Have a passion for engaging our youths and really showing young men they can control their narrative about who they want to be.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So you, like you say, you're a double ego. So what made you want to stay here? You know, like I know you took over for, you know, our legendary Dr. Roger Keith, who went to Fayetteville State. But what made you want to like come work here after you graduated?
So, well, firstly, I worked as a graduate assistant here for the Men's Achievement Center. It really was just, you know, the staff here, the people, the relationships, and just the kind of the sense of being at home I felt being a part of this university and this program. And I was blessed to have the opportunity to come in and work as a program coordinator. So I really had to get the opportunity to give back to a program that's given me so much during my undergraduate tenure.
Okay, that's good. So you talk about going back to school to get your master's degree. Talk about that process. How did that, you know, going from undergrad to grad, while having a full-time job, how did you balance that?
It's about, you know, taking accountability and having conversations about the things you can't fit in your schedule and maintaining your priorities. So, you know, working here full-time was a blessing, but I still remembered, you know, I wanted to make sure I got a master's degree. That's something I wanted to do. I was on my list to do for a long time, so I had to just make sure my priorities stay in check while I was balancing my responsibilities with my work.
Perfect. So, you are a great criminal justice. You say you have both a degree in undergrad and grad in criminal justice.
Yes.
So, what made you want to come to education and not go into your actual field?
So, ironically, when my focus in criminal justice was always youth.
Okay.
So, while I was here in undergrad, I actually had the opportunity to be a mentoring director for a nonprofit program for 3 years. So from there, that kind of just spurred my interest. Because when my focus with criminal justice, I always go to, you know, disadvantaged youth or youth that are always at risk. So, you know, it kind of translated over to education, you know, working with young men and kind of the same sense. It kind of align with my passion necessarily. So, you know. So
helping younger people was your passion?
Yeah, so like criminal justice just, you know, my degree, and my avenue will go helping people. But, you know, I come from a family of educators, so, you know, I'm not really, you know, disappointed with my life right now.
Gotcha. So you carry on the legacy.
Yes, sir.
Basically. Okay. So you're part of cohort, let me guess, 10?
9.
9. Okay. Cohort of the African American Male Initiative. So talk about how you transitioned from a student as a cohort. You were the president and of the African American Male Initiative during your time here. Talk about your relationship with Dr. Heath, who was the former director.
Okay, yeah, man. Dr. Heath, that's my guy, man. I tell you, I remember when I was first here, I wasn't really that involved in the center. My freshman year, I kind of was doing my own thing. I come to programs here and there, but I remember it was during homecoming, 2018. Dr. Heath just stopped me. I was walking by. I didn't realize it was him. He said, "Hey, man, I'm back in the MAC, so, you know, make sure you come by." And, you know, I was like, all right, man, he's looking for me, so let me just make sure I come by. And that's probably the best decision I ever made. That he believed in me, about the leader I could be, and the capability of one day being able to, you know, run this program. That's something I always just, you know, throw around back in the day. Oh, yeah, one day Jay's going to be running the MAG, running the program. And now here we are seeing those dreams come to reality.
Yeah, that's big things are happening for you. It's very, very well coming to light. Your dreams, basically. So talk about your passion of giving back of the university's motto is truth and service. So talk about your passion of truth and service as the director of the African American Initiative.
Yes, of course. I kind of go with the philosophy of this. So we have a lot of students here in this program in this center at this university. They're living their ancestors' wildest dreams. You know, we push a lot on education. And these students here at the university, they made it. Mm-hmm. They made it over a lot of the trials and tribulations to come to a university to continue their academic endeavors. So I feel like we have the responsibility now that we done got here to NCCU to go back and show other people the way. Going back to these high schools, these middle schools, showing them, hey y'all, college is a real thing. That's what that truth and service means to us. As being students here in college, we have to show people that this is something that's tangible for them. It's not something that's far away, no matter their circumstances they come from. College is an option for everyone.
Okay. And you talk about college being an option. What made you choose NCCU as an option for your further education after high school?
Well, originally I wanted to go to law school.
Okay.
I wanted to be a criminal attorney prosecuting the right people for violating the laws of our society. So NCCU has a great law school. So
the top ones in the state.
Yes. So I want to do my undergrad here and then go to law school. And it's kind of like for me, at being a high school senior, I knew I had the grades to get into Central. So it's kind of like not to just be transparent. Central really was just my only choice because I only applied to one school.
It was Central.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you took a big chance on I'm gonna get in.
Oh yeah, so I knew what I brought to the table. I knew I did what I had to do during my high school years. So I knew without a doubt I would get into NCCU. My main question was how much scholarship money was I getting.
Okay, I see. So what is your plans for the next 5 years for this program?
For the program, I really want us to be the mecca, the vanguard. When we talk about development for our male student population here on the campus, and really step up and set the standard of what it means to be a young man on this campus, a young man at a university. So really set that standard nationally across the country.
What do you feel like the students and members of NCCU, how can they join? How can they get involved with this organization?
So my main thing, man, is just come be a part. We really let a lot of guys come in, want to be Mac brothers, being a part of the work we're doing here within the Men's Achievement Center. So my main thing is, guys, just come on, waiting for you. Doors open. Just come on in, have that conversation, meet the staff, meet the brothers. Welcome here with open arms, man. Just come be a part of this brotherhood, man.
And the last question. Community service is very important, especially for this program. Talk about the type of things you guys have done in the community, not just at NCCU, but around the Durham community, to make our society better. Talk about your resume in community service.
Oh yeah. So just from my students, from a student to a staff member here working with a program, a lot of our focus is K-12. We spend a lot of times at middle schools, elementary schools, and high schools doing different service opportunities. One of our main partners right now is C.C. Spalding Elementary School. So we did a welcome back to school rally for them for their first day, a back to school supply drive. We donated over 700 items for the school. We are currently planning to do more service days in there, so going to the actual school and helping the teachers out in the classroom, helping the students. It's kind of our main focus. We also do a food bank drive for the residents of McDougal Terrace. So I actually went out there with the food bank and donated food out there to the community, and that's just some of the things we do. Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's excellent. So, Mr. Spooner, thank you so much for coming on What's Up. I greatly appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. We'll be right back.
And that's what's hot.
You're listening to What's Hot on NCCU AudioNet.
It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I got my guest co-host in the building, Kenlavinchi. What's up, Kendo?
What's good?
Well, guess what, Kendo? It's time for the hot question of the day. Yesterday, I put a poll out on my Instagram, on my Instagram at Shimei Cook TV, and the question was, if a guy gives a girl a ring, right, and they are in a committed relationship, but the relationship does not work out, okay, should the girl give the ring back, or should she keep it and still wear it? That's the question. And, people voted, and 67% said that the girl should keep it, and 33% said that she should give it back. I feel like she should give it back. What's your take?
I feel like, well, me personally, I think I would give it back. But I feel like it shouldn't be expected to be given back. Right, by that I mean, like, if I give you the ring back, it should be a shock. You shouldn't take the ring, keep it, and give it to somebody else. Like,
I think it's the principle. Okay, this is my thing. I feel like some people wear it and still, like, the relationship is done, is they still wear it. That's a
in terms of that, I'm not wearing it. And I'll give it to you back.
You're okay. Yeah. So now, to me, I feel like the girl should give it back. It's like you're holding on to baggage. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I feel like you're holding on to the past.
Yeah.
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 Kinda.
In a way.
Because if I look down at that ring, every time I look at it, I'm
think about that person.
That. Like, why would I even want it?
Exactly. That's what I try to think. So I don't know why.
Give it back or just like let it get lost.
I don't know why. Or throw it in the toilet. Some people throw it in the toilet and the garbage is disposal.
The toilet is crazy.
All right. The number is 919. It's 919-579-2444. Call us up. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook, and we want to hear your opinion on this topic. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It's What's Hot with Shimei. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I got Kenlavinchi in here with me as guest co-host, and we got a caller on the line. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Jaden.
Hi, Jaden. Well, what's your take on this question?
I agree with Kendall. I think that I would give the ring back, but I don't want for them to expect a ring back. Like, if I give it back to you, you should be like, oh, really? Like, that's what it is? Because you shouldn't give me something and then something go wrong and now you want it back. That's not a gift.
Okay. So how about this? Put yourself in the shoes. Would you keep the ring?
No.
Okay, you would give it back.
I would give it back.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling, Jaden.
Of course.
All right. I'll talk to you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, I totally agree with Jaden. She made a great point. Listen, the number is 919-579-2444. Call us in if you want to talk about the hot question of the day. I think it's a really good question. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be back. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. I got my guest co-host Kenlavinchi in the building, and we got a caller on the line for the hot question of the day. Hello, who's this?
Hello, this is Janae.
Hi. What's your take on this hot question of the day? You want me to repeat the question of the day?
Yes, please.
All right. So the question today is: if a guy gives a girl a ring, right, in the relationship, right, it can be either a promise ring or a engagement ring, right? And the relationship doesn't work out. Should the girl keep the ring and wear it and still wear it, or should she give it back?
No, I think she should keep it. But I don't think she should wear it. I think she should still keep it because at the end of the day, he gave it to her. And I feel like if he gave you something, why would he be asking for it back?
Okay. That's a fair point. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
Oh, you too. Yeah, Kendall, she brought a fair point up. Yeah.
It shouldn't be expected back, but I'm not gonna wear it at the same time. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would give it back.
You would give it back.
I'm giving it back.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, up next, we got some. I'm gonna talk with Kendall about her upcoming stuff, and we're gonna talk to Kendall and my quote of the day and much more. Is What's Hot with Shimei Cook. We'll be back. I love that song, Ken. I love that song.
I love that song too.
That song gets me hyped up. I think probably every day. I probably listen to that song almost every day because I have a record player in my apartment. Okay. So I got the Mary J record. Hypes me up every time.
Vibey.
Yeah, that's the queen of R&B. This is Mary J. Blige. All right, it's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. Guess what? I first of all, Kendall, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're a model. You're very busy. You just came back from New York Fashion Week. You were just on a runway. First of all, let the people know who you are.
I am Kenlavinchi, okay? Mm-hmm. I model. I'm a creative director. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's like my brand. And
talk about what you doing on NCCU. Like, what's your major? And all
my
that
major
stuff?
is fashion design. My minor is business communications. Okay. I do want to be a fashion designer. I want to go to grad school. Okay. I want to go to art school for grad for sure.
Oh, perfect.
And I just want to get into the industry and just find my way.
So, do you want to style guys or girls?
Both.
Maybe you could be
clothing is my.
Maybe you can be my personal stylist when I have a talk show.
Period. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Because women, like a lot of things, guys would not have a lot of style if it wasn't for women.
Facts.
Exactly.
You're right.
Most of the before I became a brand ambassador for Jada's Men's Accessories, so I get stuff for free and stuff. My mom used to help me with my clothes, and she had more fashion sense than me. So, so she taught me how to put stuff together, certain colors together. This doesn't go with that. So yeah, so I that's good that you want to be a fashion designer. So you want to stay? You want to go to New York or?
Oh, of course.
New York.
I love New York.
Oh, I love it too.
Yeah.
I miss it so much. No, yeah. Today was a good show. So coming up, we got some more tunes, and my quote of the day is next. Is What's Hot with Shimei Cook. It's What's Hot with Shimei Cook. I'm Shimei Cook. Got my guest co-host Kenlavinchi in the building. Kendall, you want to say something before I do my quote of the day?
Yes, I do. You guys can follow me at KenLavinchi on Instagram. And I also wax for all of my NCCU students at The Clash Studio on Instagram. And I also creative direct. I have a platform for creatives and aspiring artists, and that's Creative A Fever on Instagram as well.
Yes. So, and now it's time for my quote of the day. Great people do daily what ordinary people do occasionally. Think about that. Put that in your life routine. I'm going to say it again. Great people do daily what do things daily what ordinary people do occasionally. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you for listening. Thank you so much, Kendall, for coming on the show. She definitely will be back on the show. And that's a wrap. It's What's Up with Shimei Cook. See you guys next week. The action never stops.
Agent. Stand by. We return to music in 1 minute. We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good.
Now don't go away.